The long wait is finally over. Heartland is back, and season 19 is officially underway in the breathtaking landscapes of Alberta. The story of Heartland has always been more than just a television series. It's a journey of family, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between people and the horses they love. And now, after months of anticipation, that journey continues with season 19. Production officially kicked off on May 29th, marking a brand new chapter in the legacy of this beloved show. For fans, this moment is more than just an announcement. It feels like coming home. Imagine the early morning sun rising over the Alberta prairies. The golden light spills across wide-open fields, horses graze peacefully, and the Heartland Ranch slowly comes alive. This is where the magic begins. As cameras roll and scripts come to life, the familiar rhythm of production echoes through the ranch. The cast and crew, many of whom have walked this journey for years, step back into a world that has captured hearts all over the globe. There's a sense of excitement, but also a deep respect for the story that continues to grow. What makes this season's production kickoff so special isn't just a date on the calendar. It's the reminder that even after nearly 2 decades, Heartland is still able to bring people together. Generations of viewers, families, friends, and even fans who discovered the show during its streaming rise all share the same anticipation. Season 19 doesn't just promise new episodes. It promises a return to values and emotions that are timeless. Behind the scenes, the preparation is just as heartfelt as the story itself. Cameras are set up against the backdrop of Alberta's sweeping mountains and endless skies. Crew members carefully adjust the details that fans may never notice, but that bring the world of Heartland to life with authenticity. Every shot, every line, every moment is crafted with the care of a team that knows they're not just making a show, they're adding another piece to a story that feels like family to so many. This official start of production also serves as a spark of hope. In a world where shows come and go, Heartland's ability to endure is proof of the power of meaningful storytelling. When the announcement came on May 29th that production had officially begun, social media lit up with excitement. Fans from Canada to Europe, from the US to Australia, shared messages of joy, reminding us that Heartland is more than just Canadian television, it's a global family. As the first scenes of season 19 come to life, one thing becomes clear. This isn't just another season. It's a promise to fans that Heartland is here to stay, still rooted in the ranch that started it all, still carrying forward the stories that have made us laugh, cry, and believe in second chances. The kickoff of production is the first step in a season that will once again bring us back to the ranch, to the horses, and to the people who feel like old friends. And so, with the official start of production, Heartland gallops into a new chapter. One that promises to be just as moving, just as heartfelt, and just as unforgettable as the seasons that came before. While the world celebrated the official start of production on May 29th, what many fans don't know is that the cameras were already rolling much earlier. Behind the quiet hills and open fields of Alberta, the team began their work on May 13th, nearly 2 weeks before the official announcement. It was a subtle beginning, no loud headlines, no grand press release, just the steady heartbeat of a story returning to life. Picture this: a crisp spring morning in Alberta. The air still carries the cool touch of winter, but the grass is waking up with fresh green shoots. Horses breathe out warm clouds against the early chill, and the silence of the ranch is broken by the low hum of generators and the metallic clink of camera gear. Crew members shuffle into place, setting up equipment in the soft light of dawn. To an outsider, it may look ordinary, but for the Heartland family, it marks the first steps of an extraordinary journey, the journey of season 19. These early days of filming are like planting seeds. Everything starts small, simple, even quiet. The cast steps into their familiar roles, warming back into the rhythm of their characters. The ranch, which has always been more than just a set, begins to breathe again, as if it knows that the story is ready to continue. Horses are brushed and guided into place, cameras are lifted onto shoulders, and scripts are rehearsed with whispered focus. The fans may not have seen it, but May 13th was the true rebirth of Heartland's next chapter, Filming early also speaks to the passion of the people behind the scenes. This isn't just another job for them, it's a calling. For nearly 2 decades, the crew has worked under Alberta's vast skies, weathering every season the land has to offer. From blistering summers to freezing winters, they've endured it all to keep Heartland alive. Beginning earlier than expected isn't unusual for them, it's a sign of dedication. They want to give fans not just another season, but the best season possible. There is something poetic about starting early in Alberta too. Heartland has always been rooted in the idea of resilience, of taking small steps even when the world feels uncertain. Starting on May 13th captures that same spirit. While fans were waiting, life at the ranch was already moving forward. Just like in the story, where growth often happens quietly before it's revealed, the new season was already being shaped in the background, patiently and faithfully, and Alberta itself plays a silent but powerful role in this process. The landscape is more than a backdrop, it's a character. The snow-capped mountains that stand guard over the ranch, the endless blue skies that seem to stretch into forever, the fields where horses run free, these are the living heartbeat of Heartland. To begin filming early is to honor that natural rhythm, to catch the prairies in a moment of change, where spring turns to summer and everything feels alive again. So when fans finally heard on May 29th that production was official, the story had already begun. Scenes had been captured, emotions had been recorded, and the world of Heartland was already stirring with life. That's the beauty of filmmaking. What feels new to the audience has already been lived by the cast and crew weeks earlier. By the time the world catches up, the story has already taken its first breath. This early start on May 13th is more than just a date on the calendar. It's a reminder that stories don't always wait for announcements. They grow quietly, in the stillness of morning, in the rhythm of horses' hooves, in the whispers of scripts rehearsed under Alberta skies. And just like the land it's filmed on, Heartland has always known how to grow in silence, waiting for the perfect moment to share its beauty with the world. While fans around the world mark May 29th as the official start of Season 19 production, the truth is the story began even earlier. On May 13th, in the heart of Alberta, the ranch quietly came back to life. No press release, no red carpet moment, just a soft hum of cameras switching on and the steady rhythm of footsteps across the ranch. Those first days of filming carried a sense of quiet magic. Spring still lingered in the cool morning air, and Alberta's fields were just beginning to wake from winter's long rest. Horses moved gracefully through the mist, their breath rising in clouds, while the crew worked in silence to capture the very first images of the season. It wasn't loud or dramatic, it was simple, raw, and real, exactly the way Heartland has always been. For the cast, stepping back into their roles on May 13th felt like slipping into something familiar yet brand new. Amy, Jack, Lou, Tim, these aren't just characters anymore. They've grown alongside us for nearly 2 decades. Filming early gave the actors time to reconnect, to settle into the heartbeat of the story before the world even knew it had begun. This secret early start is more than a date on a calendar. It's a reminder of what Heartland stands for: resilience, patience, and growth that often happens quietly, long before anyone notices. Just as life on a ranch doesn't wait for an audience, the story of Heartland doesn't wait for announcements. It grows, steadily and faithfully, until it's ready to be shared. So when fans celebrated the official kickoff later in May, the truth was that the Heartland family had already been hard at work for weeks. Those first scenes, captured in the stillness of Alberta's mornings, are now part of the season that will soon unfold before us all, a season that promises to carry forward the legacy of love, family, and second chances. Heartland has never been just about the horses, or even the sweeping beauty of Alberta's landscapes. At its core, it has always been about connection, the ties that bind families together, the resilience that carries people through hardship, and the quiet comfort of home. As Season 19 takes shape, these themes feel stronger than ever. When the cameras roll, it's not just scenes being filmed. It's moments that reflect real life, moments that mirror the struggles and triumphs every viewer has faced. The Fleming Bartlett family has always stood as a symbol of togetherness, showing us that even when life throws its hardest challenges, love and loyalty can carry us forward. Watching them grow over nearly 2 decades has felt less like watching television and more like sharing a piece of our own story. Think back to the early days of Heartland. A young Amy Fleming, finding her way after tragedy, discovering her gift with horses. Jack Bartlett, steady and wise, guiding his family with a mix of grit and tenderness. Lou balancing family and ambition. Tim stumbling but always trying to do better. These characters aren't just fictional, they feel like neighbors, friends, even family. And as season 19 begins, those emotional bonds only deepen. What makes this season's return so moving is how it reminds us that time never stands still. Just as the cast has grown, so have we. Fans who started watching as teenagers are now adults with families of their own. Parents who once watched with their kids are now grandparents sharing the show with a new generation. Heartland has become a thread woven through the lives of millions, connecting people across years, miles, and cultures. That emotional connection is why every new season feels like a reunion, a chance to sit down with old friends and continue a story that never really ended. The ranch itself plays a role in this connection too. It's more than a set, it's a symbol. The wide fences, the weathered barn, the wide pastures, they remind us of stability in a changing world. For many viewers, the sight of the ranch is enough to bring a sense of peace, a reminder that, no matter how chaotic life becomes, there is always a place of belonging. Season 19 returns us to that place once again, offering comfort and hope in uncertain times. But perhaps the most powerful connection Heartland offers is through its horses. They are not just animals on screen, they are teachers, healers, and companions. The bond between Amy and her horses speaks to something universal: the need for trust, patience, and understanding. For viewers, those scenes are more than entertainment. They're lessons in compassion, reminders of the beauty that exists in quiet partnerships. In season 19, that bond continues to be the heartbeat of the story, carrying forward the message that healing often comes in unexpected ways. As production unfolds, the cast and crew know that they're not just making television, they're adding to a legacy of storytelling that has touched hearts around the world. Each scene is crafted with care because they know the impact it carries. They know that a simple moment on the ranch can spark tears, laughter, or even hope in someone thousands of miles away. Season 19 is not just another chapter in a long-running series. It's a promise that the values at the core of Heartland will always remain. Family, resilience, and love will continue to guide the story forward, just as they guide the lives of those who watch it. That is the true emotional connection. The reminder that we're all part of something bigger, something lasting. And so, as the ranch comes alive once more under Alberta's skies, we are reminded of why Heartland endures. It's not just a show. It's a reflection of who we are, who we strive to be, and the simple truth that no matter where life takes us, we all long for a place to call home. With production underway, one question echoes across the hearts of fans everywhere: what will season 19 bring? Heartland has always had a way of surprising us, not with sudden twists or flashy drama, but with quiet, powerful stories that grow naturally, like wildflowers on the prairie. This season promises to be no different, rooted in the values we love, while opening doors to new journeys, challenges, and heartwarming moments. Season 19 is set against the same breathtaking Alberta landscape, and that alone is a gift. Fans can expect to see the familiar beauty of rolling fields, mountains standing tall in the distance, and the ranch that feels like a second home. But within those familiar fences, change is always stirring. Life at Heartland is never still. And this season will once again show us how growth often comes in unexpected ways. What can fans look forward to? More stories that explore the unbreakable bond between humans and horses. Amy's journey with the animals continues to reflect her own growth, and with each challenge she faces, we are reminded of the healing and hope that comes from patience, trust, and resilience. Viewers can expect scenes that will inspire, moments that will tug at the heart, and the kind of storytelling that makes you stop and reflect long after the credits roll. But Heartland isn't just about horses. It's about family, and season 19 promises to bring those relationships to the forefront once again. The ups and downs of family life, the small victories, the moments of laughter around the dinner table, and the arguments that eventually lead to understanding. These are the kinds of stories that have always defined Heartland, and fans can rest assured that they will continue to play a central role in the new season. There will be challenges too. Every season of Heartland has tested its characters, forcing them to dig deep and discover strengths they didn't know they had. Season 19 will be no different. Whether it's the trials of running a ranch, the struggles of personal growth, or the surprises life always seems to bring, the Heartland family will once again face obstacles that remind us of our own resilience. And just like always, they'll face those challenges together. For longtime fans, season 19 will also bring something more subtle but deeply meaningful: the chance to watch characters evolve. Nearly 2 decades have passed since Heartland began, and every season has carried them forward. This one will too, weaving the past into the present while hinting at the future. Expect to see moments of nostalgia, reminders of how far the family has come, and glimpses of where they may be headed next. And of course, there will be joy. Heartland has never been afraid to show life's hardships, but it always balances them with moments of light. Season 19 will once again bring smiles, laughter, and the quiet joys of everyday life on the ranch. From simple moments in the barn to big celebrations, the season promises to remind us that happiness can be found even in the simplest of things. Above all, fans can expect authenticity. Heartland has never strayed from its roots, and season 19 continues to honor that promise. The show doesn't rely on spectacle, it relies on heart. It speaks to the soul, and this new season will continue that tradition, reminding us why we've kept coming back for nearly 20 years. So what can fans expect from season 19? A season that feels like home. A season that challenges us, comforts us, and carries us forward. A season that proves once again that Heartland is not just a show, it's a journey, one that we're all a part of. And as the first scenes come to life in Alberta, one thing is certain: the best is still to come. As the sun sets over the Alberta horizon, painting the sky with shades of gold and crimson, we are reminded of why Heartland has endured for so long. It isn't just a show filmed on a ranch, and it isn't just a story about horses and the people who care for them. It is something deeper, a reflection of life itself. Every season reminds us of who we are, where we've come from, and how we continue to move forward. Now, with season 19 in motion, the legacy of Heartland carries on. The ranch still stands strong, the horses still run free, and the family we've grown to love continues to face life's challenges with courage and grace. This season is more than another chapter. It's a bridge between the past and the future, a reminder that some stories never truly end, they keep unfolding, just like our own lives. For nearly 2 decades, Heartland has been more than television. It has been a companion, a comfort during quiet nights, a spark of hope in difficult times, a source of joy and connection shared across living rooms around the world. It has created a family that extends far beyond the screen, a family of fans who laugh, cry, and grow together. And season 19 will continue to nurture that bond. But here's the most important truth: Heartland's story has always been shaped not just by its writers, actors, or crew, but by its fans. Each season is alive because millions of hearts have chosen to care, to believe, and to keep coming back. Every message of support, every shared memory, every tear shed while watching has made Heartland what it is today. Without its fans, the ranch would be just a place. With them, it becomes a home. As production unfolds and new stories are filmed under Alberta's wide skies, now is the perfect moment to celebrate this connection. If Heartland has touched your life, if it has given you hope, comfort, or joy, this is your chance to share that story. Tell others what the show means to you. Pass it on to someone who has never experienced it. Let the legacy of Heartland continue not only through the episodes, but through the people who carry its message in their hearts. So as season 19 begins to take shape, let's come together once more. Let's look forward with excitement, knowing that the stories ahead will remind us of the values we cherish: family, resilience, and love. Let's hold on to the knowledge that no matter where we are in the world, Heartland unites us through its simple but powerful truth that home is not just a place, but the people and moments that make us feel whole. And now, as the curtain rises on this new season, the question is no longer will Heartland return? The answer is clear. It's here, alive and thriving. The real question is, will you ride along for the journey? Because Heartland is not just back, it's waiting for you. Share your excitement, your hopes, and your memories. Let your voice be part of the story. And together, let's welcome Season 19 with open hearts, because the best of Heartland is still ahead.